Hi, Flick here from the Nerd Soapbox, and today we're at WonderCon in Anaheim, California, and I've got a super special guest with me. His name is Arthur Suydam. He's the zombie king. Got a little frog in my throat there. Hi, Arthur.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Wow, it's amazing. I'm sorry, but okay, zombies scare the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, me too.
And
me
your
too.
Work is
me
like
too.
your work is so realistic and yet fantasy at the same time. I mean, oh, these are beautiful. Okay, so you might know Arthur's work. We're talking Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness. Oh man, he did Batman, Conan, Tarzan, Predator.
Deadpool's in there somewhere.
Deadpool, yeah. Don't forget Deadpool. Oh man.
Don't forget the dead man.
No. Okay, so tell me. Actually, you hung out with the dead before.
I have.
Quite a bit. I mean, the real dead. Yeah. Tell us about that, because that's kind of how you got started.
Okay. So the school I went to in New York City was a recreation of the school of Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Raphael. Based on their notes from the 15th and 16th century, they rebuilt the school, the Atelier. It was called the New York Academy of Figurative Art, and that's where I studied. And the school was very similar to medical school. It was a very anatomical base, and so it's from 9 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night for 2 years.
Oh.
We had to do a lot of work with cadavers. So we had to open them up, and then we had to sculpt them, we had to draw them, and we had to paint them, and then basically that. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay, so that gave you a real good idea.
It gave me
about human anatomy.
A little idea, a wee idea of what a zombie should look like. Yeah,
oh man. Yeah. Okay. So how did you get involved with the Marvel zombie covers?
Oh well, I started. Let me see. Well, I got married in 2001, and I said, well, I guess it's time to get serious and maybe go back to Marvel and do some work for Marvel.
Right.
So I went to Marvel, and I'm classically trained, and when I came into the business doing horror, and that's what I've been doing my entire career. And so as soon as I started doing some more work for Marvel in 2004, I started doing I did a series of paintings for a series called Hellstorm, Son of Satan.
Okay.
And they were all horror covers, and so then this idea, let's do a zombie series came up. Marvel Zombies was put together, and I was the go-to guy, and so so myself and Robert, we paired up with some guy from England, and the rest, and it became a huge hit. I had a good feeling that it was going to be, because the writing I knew was going to be good, and then the art was going to be good. So Sean from England was doing a good job on the inside, so I knew it was going to be a big hit. And then it ended up being much bigger than I really thought. It ended up instigating a zombie phenomenon countrywide.
A worldwide outbreak.
Worldwide outbreak, worldwide outbreak, yeah.
Okay, so many of your zombie covers are homages to previous awesome art Marvel covers of yesteryear. How do you pick the covers to pay homage to?
Okay, well actually those were for the Marvel Zombies, those were I was a big collector. I'm a big Marvel fan, and especially the books from the 1960s. So the covers, the choice of what covers I was going to do was left up to me, and I just chose my favorite covers from my favorite Marvel comic books. Very favorite Fantastic Four, Avengers, and Spider-Man comics, and that's what I chose to use for Marvel Zombies covers.
Oh, that's great.
To do reinventions of, it was like taking a one-dimensional image and then bringing it into the realism world and into a universe zombie. So it was a lot of fun for me.
A lot of fun for us too as fans.
That's good. That's
good.
Yeah. Glad you liked it, man. You liked it.
Okay, so you just let something slip and just go woo right by us when you said painting the covers.
Right.
I knew it wasn't just regular artwork like every Joe Schmo artist was doing. Your work looks like, we're talking like watercolors and oil paints.
Correct.
Could you talk to me a little bit about what mediums you use?
Okay, well, as I said, I'm classically trained, and most of my covers are gouache paintings, which is a watercolor, and then oil paintings. And I'm really trained to paint religious paintings. That's my training is 15th, 16th century Renaissance. I'm trained to paint guys in robes on their knees, and dead guys hanging from crosses. That's really what I'm trained to
Now they
paint.
come down and bite everybody.
Something like that. But I prefer the subject matter, so I just use that training and apply it to basically working on comics and and magazine and book covers, that kind of, and album covers for bands. Yeah.
Your art is phenomenal.
Well, thank you.
Okay, how big are these originals, and how long does it take to possibly produce something with one person, let alone 20 people?
Well, that's a good question.
All right.
The watercolors are pretty small. They're about this big.
Okay.
The oil paintings, to get the detail in there, I have to paint a lot larger, so they're about 26 by 36.
Wow.
An average cover takes me about 3 weeks. Well, that's something that does not have a lot of characters in it. The more characters, the longer it takes. So, for instance, I did the Death of Supergirl cover with Superman and all the characters from the DC universe. That's the painting that maybe took me the longest of all the paintings I've done, and that took me over 4 months to paint.
Whoa! But it's amazing work.
Well, thank you.
You came by this naturally, I'd say. I mean, you have relatives in what is it? The Hudson River Painters.
Oh, he's an notable man. He's a smart man. He is. Yeah. He's been doing his homework. I can tell. Yeah. I had about in the around the the Suydams came over in the 16th century from Holland to fight in the Indian Wars on the Hudson River to open up a trading post because. Europeans were coming here to do the trapping for furs, to bring the furs back and sell them in Europe. And so they opened up a trading post. The trading post ended up becoming New Amsterdam. And then New Amsterdam ended up becoming New York.
All right.
So then later on at the advent of the Civil War, there were a series of about a dozen painters, landscape painters, that were called the Hudson River Painters, painting the Hudson River Valley. And 2 of those were Suydams. So one was James Suydam, and one was Henry Suydam. So they were my great uncles.
So painting is in your blood, so to speak.
Seems to be.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody. Most of my relatives are all professional musicians, and a lot of them draw and paint.
Well, you're no slouch in the musician field yourself.
We try, man. We try. It's a work in progress.
Well, I mean, work in progress, nothing. I mean, you've You've played with Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney's Wings, Steely Dan, Paul Simon, Aretha Franklin. I'm getting tired here. Oh, Billy Joel.
Hang in there, man. Hang in there.
Who's your favorite to jam with?
Well, it's more that the musicians from those guys' bands all play with me in my band.
Okay.
Who's my favorite?
Yeah.
Well, my band, my group did 3 albums of Bruce Springsteen a couple years back, and my group actually won the Grammy for Bruce Springsteen. That last Grammy one, that was my group that won it.
I love the boss.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. Nice guy too. Who's my favorite? Jeez, I don't know. That's a tough one. I like the rockabilly guys. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Don't you have a rockabilly band?
I do. It's called Red Suydam and the Crocodiles. I used to do a fair amount of movie soundtracks. I did a lot of composing for it, and I was a studio guitar player and lead vocalist as well. So I did a lot of singing on them and a lot of guitar playing, mostly on harphones. A lot of harphones.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so what's next? What can our fans look forward to?
What's next? Oh, let me see.
Something you talk about.
Let me see if I can grab one of these over here and see. Let's look at this one right here. Okay, you see that one there? What do you think of that?
Empire of the Dead with George A. Romero?
Whoa.
Wow.
He's heard of it. He's a smart man.
Whoa.
He knows his stuff.
Hold on. Whoa. It's not even signed yet. Whoa.
Okay, so this is my most recent series. It's me and George. And this is a series we did for Marvel Comics. And it got picked up for TV. So I don't know what.
Wait. Yeah. You just glossed right over that. It got picked up for what?
It's going to be a show on TV. It got picked up here.
I want to watch it now.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is my favorite cover from the series.
Wow.
This was my version of a Casey Comes to Bat. If you remember the old poem.
Yeah. That's really cool.
So and we're working on a bunch of. We got 3 tabletop books coming out that are collecting all my covers. We're working on that right now. So historical. It's
maybe a book signing on the East Coast.
Something, maybe on the West Coast as well. Hopefully we'll get one in there. And then we just finished putting out the complete Charlie and Flytrap, which is a series that I wrote, and I did all the interiors too as well. That's all painted work. And now we're working on finishing up the Mudbug series. That's a series that I worked on for 30 years for a heavy metal magazine. and that's going to come out as a hardcover tabletop book as well.
Whoa, that's a lot to look forward to as a fan.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
What's your favorite? I'd say. What's your favorite subject matter to turn to zombify?
Oh,
is it like pop culture, like a movie poster,
yeah,
or is it
pop
maybe
culture,
Marvels or something?
I think my favorite stuff to
zombify.
my favorite stuff to zombify, and my favorite paintings to work on are doing the pop culture paintings, like this Nirvana baby here.
I love that.
And like the Clint over there. Yeah. So those are my favorite things to do.
And the draws. Don't forget the draws. Deadpool.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, Deadpool's a lot of fun for me. That's a very comfortable character for me to work on.
How about the Abbey Road one? Oh, that makes me giggle every time I think.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Think about it.
A lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was good. That was a fun picture.
Oh man. Okay. Well, thanks for talking to us. And one more question.
Right.
Maybe your best advice to maybe survive a zombie attack.
To survive a zombie attack, well, have a good pair of running shoes. None of that cheap plastic shoes. You need something with some good rubber on it. You got to get some good traction, and then you got to take something to whack them on the head with, right?
Oh yeah.
Maybe a golf club would be nice. That's my weapon of choice is a golf club.
A 9-iron.
A 9-iron would be nice. Yeah. A putter is nice too. It's got the nice L shape, you know, with a nice dent in the old head.
Wow. This is a real fanboy treat come true.
Oh man, it's great speaking with you, man. It's great speaking with you. Good to meet a fellow Irishman.
I can just faint. Wow. Well, this has been Flick from the Nerd Soapbox, talking to Arthur Suydam, the Zombie King, here at WonderCon. And can I get a hug?
Absolutely. Oh, he's a good man. Good Irishman he is.
Well, thank you.
Right.
Wow. I'm going to go compose myself after this, and let's see who else we can find.